Hey everybody, just doing a quick video. I'm over here. We're having a heat wave in the northeast. It's 30, I think 34 degrees right now. Um, Watching some YouTube videos. I'm having my breakfast. This trailer's still a complete disaster. Um, but I found a use for my diesel tank that I'm not using anymore. I put my USB pump on it. It fits perfect on there. So it's a virgin tank. I haven't put any diesel in it, so I'm going to use that as that because that'll fit. That is thin, so it'll fit like in little spots like that. You know what I mean? Little places. End up being a really good idea for that thing. Um, but Not an easy one to rinse out. But I got my diesel here. I think my problem with the diesel heater is this controller. I know I can go into the guts of it and adjust the pump speed and all that, but I'm a lazy guy. I don't want to do that, especially not right now. I'm not learning this system. So I got my redneck exhaust and my intake. Not sure if I'm gonna leave the intake going out or not because I want the air changing in here, so that'll naturally pull the air out of the cab. Therefore, by pulling it out of all the leaks that I have in the trailer, and there were leaks in this trailer. The door at the bottom. That's why I got all those pile of socks. They're old socks. It's rags. I put them over the door crack if it's cold, because I had very cold temperatures. But I got my back door open. This is my view with the back door open. It's my sister's pond. I mean, it's a cute location. She's got a bunch of bird feeders. The birds are out there. I don't know if you can see it or not. Not too good. Get out closer. Oh, yeah, it's just a big white glare. Yeah, it's a big white glare. I'd have to go out there. I should just show you a picture of the trailer real quick. Yeah, this is the mini split out here right now. I got that set up on there like that. I'm a little shy about doing videos in front of my sister, but this is the trailer I got. It's a 16-foot trailer. And this is how I got it set up for temporary, because I don't want to make any more holes in the trailer than I need to. So I got that is a picture of the pond. If you hear that duck, it's a white goose. It's a goose with the orange head. So it's the last one left. He's pretty old, but he's in his house for the day. It's open. He can come out if he wants, but it's still too cold for him. But we had a couple of deer up here this morning. She said I was sleeping for it, but she said a 4-point came out with a baby. So there were a couple of deer up in here. So, I mean, it's a nice spot right here. Pretty cool. That's my box I'm selling. A couple of things over there, but yeah, I won't go past it because you'll see the house if I go past this spot. But yeah, this is basically the trailer. I put the windows in. There were windows from from Lowe's back in during the demic, and so I got them. I think I paid only $40 a piece for them. I mean, they were cheap. I mean, I think I only paid $40 for them. So I got two this size. I got two on the other side, one in the bathroom. But it's shorter and a little bit narrower. But it's funny because the frame was different. Every time I did a frame, it fit exactly between how the manufacturer built this thing. So I didn't do any frame cutting. It was great how it all went down. But I had my alarm system. That's why you see duct tape on here. It just the tape didn't come off yet. I haven't washed it, but it yeah, it worked out pretty good. But I'll show you the back of this. I'll give you a quick look. They'll think I'm weird, but whatever. They don't think nothing different. This is how it's set up open, so I got a ton of storage underneath. Oh, here's a good view, actually. Can you see it in there? Yeah. So I can do it right here. Here's a good view of the trailer. They won't see me. So that's the other side of the trailer. I got it plumbed. If you can see in the bottom, I got some plumbing. I got the kitchen sink and the shower is plumbed into that spot, and I have a hole for. I got one of those. It's called the Medic camp RV toilet. So it's a flush one. So this is set up for an RV park, but I'm not doing RV park, so I'm not doing that route. So I think I'm gonna let this one go. It's my first build. I like everything I did to it. And if you look back at the picture, get back in. You see where the big black thing is on the far side. That opens up. so the bed deck stays stationary on this side, but that opens up if you want to get out onto the back deck. Because I was planning on using the back deck and everything, you know. But yeah, this is a nice shot of the pond, though. I mean, this is a great spot. I wish I had the windows turned this way, but yeah, this is I'm just this is the heating system. It's a split unit heat AC. And it worked good up until it got down to 4 degrees, and then it was giving me about 50 degrees inside on 4 degrees, so better than nothing, you know. But the thing was running a lot. It was running constantly, going into defrost, so it's not ideal for it, you know. It thinks something's wrong. So yeah, let me back to the trailer here. Not comfortable talking to myself, but thinking people are listening to me, you know. But I mean, I got the split unit. Again, is right here. So I got it piped in. Comes in the back wall here. I'll show you in the bathroom. This little cap. See how this bend comes down? I got my electric, even for this light. This is running off the 120. I mean the 110. So I got all that wiring in here. So I got the AC lines in here, the AC electrical. Then I got the electrical for this coming in here. And this, you can put an outlet in here if you need to. I got it set up so I can add an outlet to it at some point. But this is the window that I was talking about. And I left the factory vents in so you can have additional air. But that's the window. It's just a smaller window, you know. See. But I got different things in here and whatnot. I'm trying to clean up the mess here, but it ain't working out. I got this mirror, not because I'm a weirdo. I tried selling it, and nobody wants a big mirror. So actually, I probably should try doing that again. Because it's beveled edges. I mean, it ain't the prettiest on one side. It's chipped, but someone could still build a frame for it and use it, you know, if they so wanted, somebody working out or whatever. But you know, I got the shower, the whole shower set up, but I'm not using any of this. This whole trailer is built for the wrong reason, really. I got that mirror too, but you know, I got a bunch of mirrors. So I just started hanging them everywhere because if you don't hang them, they break. But this, I'm living in half storage, half freaking usability. But this is the tank I got. It was one of those pesticide tanks, and it had a pump on it. I mean, $100, all set up. I mean, why not? So I plumbed the whole thing in. Everything's all plumbed in. I got future water if I was gonna put a sink right here, you know. But and that's the toilet I'm talking about right there. If you can see it in the picture, it's buried. But this is my clean laundry. But yeah, you know, this is it. I'm kind of at a standstill at the moment, which is fine. It's only January, you know. It's not like I have to hurry up, you know. And that's part of my lesson for myself. I've always been a go guy. I've learned to sit. I learned to sit still and just relax and just enjoy the time. I'm tinkering around, you know. I'm feeling like I want to tinker around a little bit finally. I was kind of getting a little bit scared of myself because I'm kind of like, am I falling apart based on everything that happened, or am I gonna get better from this? You know, I mean, it's quite a zinger. Quite a zinger I went through, but I'll be better for it because I have a lot of more respect for things than I did before. But we'll see how it all goes. Oh, I think that was. I had this whole thing the other night was like, I felt like I was sleeping in a refrigerator. Thing was frosted up like thick, kind of like, you know, your refrigerator before it goes into defrost mode. This whole trailer was like that, but I was warm. I was 60, 70 inside, but it was so cold outside. The aluminum was reacting. I should have done the. If I ever do this again, I'm gonna have to do the either spray, not the spray, the undercoating, because I did all the metal in these walls before I took all this off. Took everything off. Not the floor. The floor stayed. I got insulated. I got 3 inches of insulation on this floor underneath. And I watched. I have to think of the guy that did it. I said, that's a great idea. And I've done 5,000 miles of this trailer. Like Louisiana to Maine and back, and then Oklahoma with it, and not one panel's falling out. So it works. It works good. But I did undercoating to the inside of the metal because I was watching somebody was interviewing somebody. I want to say it was either Cheap RV Living. I can't remember. I can't find the video. I've been looking everywhere for it. But he interviewed somebody living in a van. They were just starting out, and they took the advice about just get your vehicle and go for a ride. And they went out, and they said they had a lot of condensation from the metal, the first night. So they thought, I don't know why they thought this, but they did it. They bought undercoating. They sprayed the whole inside of the van with just undercoating. And they went back out, and we didn't have time to insulate, so they went back out, and they said, well, we'll make do. We got the heat or whatever. We just have to deal with the drips, They got no drips. They had no condensation reaction. So, and it makes sense because you have to stop the metal from reacting immediately. I mean, it's only 1/8 inch thick, not even, what is 64th, whatever the thickness is, whatever mill you want to go with, it's not very thick at all. So you got to stop it. I mean, if it's hot outside and it's cold inside, you're going to create a situation. So that resolved that. So I said, you know what, I'm going to do that before I insulate because I don't want condensation between the walls. There's going to be, but you reduce it as much as you can, as fast as you can. And I did that. I undercoated the whole, I stripped it all out, took everything out before the windows, and I just sprayed everything. I just sprayed all the walls. I probably spent $200 worth of spray cans because it was the Dollar General undercoating, and that's what it was recommending to use too, because it was the cheapest, biggest bang for the buck, so to speak. So I did that. I ran out. I had to go buy some at Lowe's or Home Depot, but it worked out. I did the whole thing, insulated it all, and I tell you what, this holds its temperature for quite a while. It does really well. But yeah, just a little update. I'm gonna do. There's a video out before this about the same subject with the diesel here. I don't have the older. It's the dial one I ordered. It hasn't come in yet. I can't wait for that to come in because I want to try this out. Because if that doesn't work, if that doesn't solve the problem, I have a motor problem. This thing sounds like it's flooding out. It ends up slowing the motor down. So I don't know if the motor's seizing up from the heat. It could be overloading it where it can't spin no more, and then it gives the EO6 code. But this thing's spinning freely, even with the thing on it. It's still spinning freely. So I don't know I'm not sure what the deal is. It could be I think I messed with I went into the code, did that code. They all say that 4-digit code, and I went in there and I screwed around with shit. So it might be remembering that. Supposedly when you unhook it, it doesn't remember, but I think it's remembering. So either way, either that or they have it set for the biggest possible diesel heater at the factory, whatever that one is. So I'm gonna go with I want a simple on-off, because that's how I even run this thing. I have it set. I have it cranked to the max. You know what I mean? Because I think it runs the best when it's cranked out. It's just running non-stop. When I get too hot, I just hit the off button. I got it set up right here. Now I got it set up right here, and I use the turbo mode. Was giving me more of a hard time with that going into defrost because it was taking out all the heat right away from it. So I realized if I just leave it regular, it does fine, But I mean, I got a lot of space underneath. I mean, if you look underneath here, yeah, you can see it. I got a ton of storage under this thing. Like I said, this for this panel right here, this whole panel comes out. This whole side opens up. So I even with my desk here, my makeshift desk with my VCR, my computer, and all that, I can still make it, and I can still walk out there if I want to leave my bed up on this side, So I still got too much storage in here. I'm trying to sell stuff. People are interested, but they're kind of like, they're not following through. So it is what it is. At some point, probably like February, if nothing moves, I'll just have to start dropping the price on stuff because I just got to get stuff to move. I'm done with it. I'm going into a new phase of whatever. So, and then as far as my truck goes, I guess they're interested in buying me out, but they haven't given me a price yet. It's like, well, okay, if you're interested in what's the number? What are we pussyfooting around here for? Give me a number and a date that you want to do it, and let's see if we can, come to an agreement on it, And then if the truck goes, this thing's gone. I'm gonna buy a van with the truck money, um, or something. Ford Connect I was thinking of, or the Ford Transit, or just a. I kind of want to get back into Chevy. I'm thinking get a Chevy, the Chevy van, just a regular van, nothing special, but it looks too much of like a van. So if I did the Connect, I could make it look like a produce truck or something, electrical truck or something nobody's gonna be interested in breaking into. You know what I mean? Like uh, city morgue pickup truck. You know what I mean? Picking up the bodies nobody wants or something. I don't know. It's just something that people be like, oh, I'm not going near that truck. People are superstitious. I'm going to use it um, for that effect. But yeah, I'm wearing my daughter's shirt. Yeah, that's her. It's backwards, but if you read it backwards, that's her company, her fitness company. She's having a little bit of issues with it. Somebody broke into one of her accounts, and kind of took it over. Um, and she's like, I don't care, I'll start over again. Like, that's the attitude you got to have, because in this world, you're going to start over a lot. And if you're not starting over a lot, maybe you're not doing enough. I kind of think that too sometimes. It's like, I don't like that I went through it. I'm going to use my diesel here as a phone holder. Here we go, new spot. You get to see my setup here a little bit. Yeah, it's just regular, no big deal. I'm a guy. I got nobody that's gonna tell me how I can or can't do something right now. So I can do whatever I want. But I got this big, massive TV. What is this thing? Where's my tape measure? Talking about this the other day. I'm gonna shut this door. So if you measure corner to corner, so they say. Yeah. So I got a 50-inch TV. I got a 50-inch TV in here. That's just way too big. I mean, it's great, but it's just way too big. So I'm checking into the projector style TVs, but I'm a big fan of use what you have. So if I sell the truck, where I don't have to rebuild, I don't do the motor. They just take it off my hands that way. I mean, the truck's worth $23,000 if I do a motor on it. I mean, you know what I mean? So it's gonna cost me 11 grand for the motor. Well, I can sell it for 12 grand over that after that. So I'm still, no matter what, I'm in money. The only problem is now, I'd almost rather. Is it better for me to fix it and sell it, or is it better for me to let them just take it? If they could give me 10 grand, I'm dreaming on that number probably. But I don't know. I've heard lately they've been doing some crazy stuff, so I may play up on it. And I know whatever I buy is gonna be up in price too. So whatever, I don't care. I mean, I want small right now. I want small and no responsibility as far as value goes. Just make sure it runs good. That's all I care about. To get me around. I don't care if I'm sleeping in a sardine can. I really don't care. I'll put this diesel heater in any spot as long as this thing's working. I'll put it in any spot I need. In the summertime, it'll be running the AC in the car. It'll be really a moot point. But I mean, I got generators. I got all kinds of stuff, and I could just buy that again down the road. So I'm just letting the truck air out, get this fresh air back in here. I've kind of been running. I've been running this propane stove thing right here. I just bought it. No, I mean, $12 I think I paid for that. So I mean, all right, that's a score as far as I'm concerned. Because like I said, it's emergency heat. I will not run it while I'm sleeping, and I will make sure there's like I said, I'll make sure there's some ventilation coming in, some fresh air. Because I think propane's heavy. Yeah, propane's heavy. The natural gas is light, if I'm not mistaken. But either way, if you have a high spot open or a low spot open, you get the same result. You always want to do that. And I was sleeping in the middle, so it'll be passing by whatever it does. But I'm still here, so it worked out. Like I said, I unloaded one can. And I unloaded one can of that propane to keep warm. That night it was 4 degrees. Because they said until this diesel heater comes up and running, I'm gonna have to do that. But I like diesel. I'm a retired truck driver, so I've always done that. I've always been around the smell of diesel, so it's not a big deal. But um, I'm still thinking I'm gonna put the fresh air. It's gonna pull from in here, so it keeps pulling fresh air back into the living area. Um, but that's it. Just wanted to kind of give a little bit. I've been wanting to show the trailer, but I kind of want to show it when there's nobody around. I'm a little bit shy in that area. I kind of feel silly making the video right now on my own. Um, you know, but it's something I gotta get used to. It's funny. I'm an outgoing guy, but I'm very shy. I'm an extroverted introvert or introverted extrovert. I don't know. I'm a mess. I like to bust balls, but I don't mind getting it back either. I'm not one of those I bust balls, but I don't do that. I like people to participate. What I hate is people that want to bust balls, but don't like their balls being busted. It's like, grow up. Life is short. Get over yourself. You're not that important. And that's what I was dealing with my boss at that job that I just left. He was he was definitely a guy that wanted to give it, but he didn't like taking it, and I'm good at giving it. Let me tell you. I mean, they would call me they would call me all kinds of stuff, and I'm kind of like, whatever. I said, he made a comment about me having some sex toys in the back of my truck or whatever. He's like, how come you don't want to be seen there? I go, why do you want to see in my truck? I go, I don't get it. What's because I'm not showing you, you're gonna bring it down to a pathetic level? Okay, what's your perversion? Do you want to see what's in my truck? You want to play with the toys that I might have in there? Which I didn't. I don't have that stuff. But it's just, I mean, and these are guys that run heavy equipment. I'm like, you guys are twisted in a way that I thought, heavy equipment drivers and all that were kind of like real tough guys. It's like, they're no different than you and I. You see them driving a big truck, and just a regular human driving a big truck. You know what I mean? I was driving the 745s, the 740s, and the excavator drivers they run hot and cold. They're either really nice guys or they think they're God's gift to the excavation world. Just like when I was doing milk, you had some of the guys and some of the girls, they were God's gift to the milk industry. It's like, get over yourself. It's a fake paycheck, pile of paper. Oh, look at this. You get a kick out of this. Gave my daughter the red one, but what year is this one? Oh, I can't see that. Where's my glasses? Hold on a second. Give me a moment. Um, even with glasses, I can't see them. Let's enhance the glasses. Oh, I don't want that one. It's even faker than the fake one. Oh, here it is. Yeah, this one's got a hole in it. Even the paper's different. You hear that? And you hear that? It feels different. Wow, that's amazing. But this is a Jefferson 1976 $2 bill. Okay, I had one. My daughter has it. I'll have to show it when I'll be over there next week. I'll show it. But all the numbers, everything green like this is all in red. It's I think it was a certificate they called it, but it's worth like $12. I didn't tell her that. I told her, just don't spend it. I mean, even though it's fake paper, its value is like $10, $12, maybe 20 by now. But I got it when I was like 8 or 10 years old. I got it for Christmas, and I just never seen a bill like that red. Who prints the serial numbers in red? Well, that's cool. I kept it. I'm 52. I've had that sucker for 44 years, something like that, right? If my high school math is correct. It was a pretty bad school. The public school system. After the Catholic school system, they kicked me out in second grade, or I kicked them out of my life in second grade. I forget how it worked, but they sucked. It was bad. Yeah, it was. I don't know. I mean, I'm not that concerned about money. I know I need it. I understand. It's the system in place, but you have to, the Bible talks about being in the world, but not of the world. Don't think this crap is worth murdering people over, stealing for. Get a good deal. Do your best to get a good deal. Nothing wrong with making a deal with somebody. It's barter. It's bartering. At the end of the day, you're bartering with this stuff. Well, you know what? We're gonna get back to the day where, you know what? I got a 18, the M18 lithium battery from Milwaukee. I think this is worth $100 alone. This thing. I mean, I bought the whole kit for like $200 at the time, But right now, that's probably worth $200 or $100 alone, and not even heavily used, But it's like everything's relevant, And this is where the devil made the biggest move with the human race, is to get us chasing all this stuff, and not glitty like shiny, just stuff like this paper. People go nuts. Look at the Big Short. Okay, I just got done watching that movie a half a dozen times. I'm gonna watch it one more time because it's going back to my brother tomorrow. But it's like they cooked the books. They knew they were cooking the books. They didn't care they were cooking the books. Why would they do that to a whole bunch of Americans and foreigners coming in and promising them a house that is just not feasible? What number were they trying to hide? Or what were they trying to grow? Like, I mean, at the end of the day, right? Let me pull this out for a second. It's a good analogy. I had a shorter one, but I'll just use this one. Okay, you have an extension cord, right? It's the same cord, but for the argument, right? It always has to plug in to work. It has to be plugged into the power source and into what you're supplying to work, right? Well, when the stock market is constantly trying to do this and not the Chevy Chase thing where they force it together. Well, that's what they're doing. They're forcing it together. It's just sparking and making a bunch of exciting noise and blah, blah, blah. Everybody's running around for this crap. You're forcing something down your throat that just ain't gonna force, I mean, it's crazy how we do this stuff to ourselves constantly. For what end? At what end? At what point are you gonna realize that this stuff is not worth? I mean, I could go buy a bag of potatoes. Well, now the price went up on those too, but I can go buy a bag of potatoes for like what, $3 for a 5-pound bag? If you can get a good deal, you can get a 10-pound bag for the same price. If you look around still, because potatoes are potatoes. The price of soil didn't go up. God didn't raise the price on us. God hasn't raised the price once on the human race. He hasn't raised the price once on the human race. Okay, why has gold from 1920 going from $20 when they did confiscation, and you go look this up. This is facts. This isn't me. This is just facts. Creature from Jekyll Island. Just go watch a YouTube video on it. The guy talks about his book for about an hour. Just go watch that. If it's interesting to you, go look deeper. The government confiscated gold at $20 an ounce, which is probably up from $15 an ounce that you were buying for, or $10 an ounce you were buying it for back in the day. So people thought they were making money on it. Well, they confiscated, said you can't hold on to it anymore. Come back and we'll give you $20 an ounce for it. And what, a matter of a month or a year or two later, they said, oh, you can hold on to it again. They deemed that it's not constitutional, whatever. You can buy it back for $35 an ounce. They just made $15 an ounce for everybody to buy the gold back that they just handed off. You know what I mean? So what it should have been given back to you on their punishment for the same price you bought it for. Who cares they held on to it for you? That's their problem. You know what I mean? Like my truck, it's worth $23,000 with a good motor. Is it I'm gonna sell my truck with a bad motor? Well, it's worth $23,000. What's your problem? You know what I mean? That's on me. My roof is leaking into my trailer. That's so uncool. Probably hitting my pillow. Well, it's stopping. I'll slow it down anyway. Yeah, I like that idea, except for, let me see, I gotta climb up. Hold on a minute. Everything's interrupting my thoughts. My thoughts are interrupting my thoughts. didn't want a soggy pillow tonight. So, you know, it's basic economics. And economics is basic. The cord at the end of the deal has to be plugged in. Same thing with baby making. Certain things have to happen for that to happen. Just a fact of life, you know. And if you don't want babies in your life, you know what not to connect. It's like pretty freaking simple stuff, you know. So my head's all messed up now. I like this hat except for the bumps it makes. So yeah, I mean, we have something else. But yeah, this is I'm gonna keep it about right here because I'm kind of running out of stuff to say. I just wanted to kind of mention that, give you a little show of the trailer outside. Kind of a decent day, and yeah, this is just a chaotic mess right now. I got stuff that I don't know if I'm keeping or not yet. I don't know if I don't know what I'm doing as far as a vehicle yet. But I'm good. Like I said, I'll be going back to back to my daughter's where my kids are with their mother. So I'll be there for the week. And then I'll be back here next week. So if anybody wants to buy something from me, now's not the time because I won't be with my stuff. But it's all good. It's all good. God's in control. You may not think he's in control, but he is. He's got this whole thing figured out. And what we're going through is just what the humans decided. You know, when we gave up our our dominance, our control. You know, we're in control of the planet and the animals. No, not really anymore, because we gave that up to an evil force. You know, and that's what's running the show right now. And you know, God's allowing it to happen. It has to come to its end. You know, and it will soon. It will. We don't have too much longer. I mean, every day is one day less we have on the planet. It could be another 1,000 years, but the Bible says 2,000 years. So, I mean, math is simple. I mean, some ministries are saying we're in 1985, 6, 7. So we got like maybe 10, 12 more years to hit the 2,000 year mark. Some are saying we're over it. It doesn't matter. I don't care about the semantics. It's like, you know, I don't want to be a Nancy Pelosi and say, you know what? We're in control of ourselves. Good luck with that, chick. You're not even in control of yourself, not even a little bit. Nice try, though. You're a horror show. And I'm not only picking on her. Every other politician go along with it, not on her side. Every politician is a nut job. Because remember, both sides are agreeing on how much government. One wants it big, one wants it small, one wants it medium, one wants it extra large, whatever. They all want government to control, though. Every last one of you ask a politician, you want government to control? Well, yeah. I mean, I have no job if government ain't controlling. There's your answer. So you know what? They're gonna do what they want, whether you vote or not. I mean, I'm not saying don't vote. I'm still kind of going back and forth on it. You know what I mean? Yeah, everybody's talking about another Trump resurgence. What's the point? The point was made. God don't put a guy by Trump in office close to the end of the Trump sounding to make a point that it's soon. You better take that as a warning that time is short. Not that, oh, we need this guy back in. They're politicians. They can't do shit for themselves. Look at them. They can't do nothing. I mean, joke. Look at the media. Joke. Look at these big money guys. The Bezos, the Bill Gates, this guy, you know, that has a big hand for a sign. They're all fucking cuckoo clocks, you know. They're nuts. I mean, it's flipping crazy. What do I need? I already have Jesus Christ. I already have my Lord and Savior. This is what I decided for myself. He will be my Lord and Savior. Now I just need food and shelter. That's it. I don't care what I'm living in. I always said it. He wants to put me under a bridge. That's his choice. That's his good will. He has complete control of my life as much as I allow him, because we always have restraints on God. We always do it, you know. Oh, God, you're in control of my life, but, oh, why did he do that to me? You just said he has control of your life. Well, he has control of your life. Did I plan on marrying somebody for her to die 3 years later? No, that wasn't part of the plan, because I wouldn't have done it. I've been like, yeah, I'm out of here. I'll be your friend, but we ain't getting into that whole emotional side of it. No way, not happening. But I feel blessed that he used me in that area because I mean it was a blessing for her. She never been married, so you know, I feel blessed that he thought enough of me, the horror show that I was for her. You know, 'cause nothing was perfect. We had our problems, you know, and it's it is what it is. He's in control. I laid my head on that pillow tonight. He's my Lord and Savior. God's my Creator. I wake up in the morning. Jesus, my Lord and Savior. God's my Creator. They're three in one. I understand they're not separate people. They're separate, but they're the same. But they're the same, but they're separate. It's, you know, I mean, we're body, soul, and spirit. They're body, soul, and spirit. We just don't know how to use it like they use it, you know. So it's going to be a fascinating eternity. Just wake up every day and go through whatever you're going to go through. It's going to be sometimes a S show. Sometimes you have a blessing day. Sometimes you'll have good friends around you. Sometimes you have some hectic stuff going on. You know, this whole cold season, whatever you want to call it. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me anymore. Whatever it is, it'll fade away. Everything rises, everything falls. Everything goes up, must come down. Everything goes down, must come up. It's the way this world's been working for 6,000 years, you know. It's like water floods and water goes away. I don't get the why everybody thinks it's gonna be different tomorrow than it is today. You know what I mean? Other than the ebb and flow of life, you know. But just trust them. Just trust them and find your way through this mess. And realize that you're going through this life, you know, and some days will be good, some days won't be good, you know, but it's all good. It's all good. We need to learn. But hey, that's enough. I went 7 minutes longer than I wanted to. All right. Love yous. Remember, it's all that matters.